Yes, Mortal Kombat. You may remember my Mortal Kombat movie review a while ago. I kept on getting nasty messages from evil people complaining about this and that, so I'm going to have to choose my words very carefully indeed for this second Mortal Kombat movie review. But enough bullshit, let's get on with things. Please note that while watching you will be subdued to plenty more bullshit. So, Mortal Kombat Annihilation picks up straight after the first Mortal Kombat movie. It's kind of cool to take things in this direction, I guess, but this is where I pretty much stopped saying anything remotely positive about the film. The fact that I was brain dead enough to go to the cinema back in 1997 to see this pile of shit makes me hate it even more. I wasted good money in seeing this. Speaking of that depressing cinema venture, my friend's dad came with us to see the film, and no joking, he literally fell asleep during the film due to the sheer maximum excitement that Mortal Kombat Annihilation offers its viewers.
This is not good.
Excitement. That's an odd word for me to use really. The film is anything but exciting. Yeah, it moves along at a frantic pace, but that's only because it lacks what 99% of movies have, which is often referred to as a plot. It doesn't flow with any amount of coherence, the acting is wooden, the dialogue could very well be outtakes from some Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, there is no character development, but who needs that when it's a fighting movie, right?
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And the special effects are anything but special. There's certainly something beginning with S, but I really can't use that word. Oh shit! Christopher Lambert, who was the real highlight in the first Mortal Kombat movie, is nowhere to be seen. Lyndon Ashby, who was brilliant as the big-headed Johnny Cage, is nowhere to be seen. And his character is killed off within the opening few seconds. Hey, he's even got my shades. That guy has style. Sonya is different too, and even her hair is completely different, not to mention her clothes. Didn't these people even watch the first movie?
I could not then. I cannot now.
That's another thing with Mortal Kombat Annihilation. If you've not seen the first movie and go straight into this one, you'll be sitting there wondering what the hell is going on. And if you have seen the first movie before you battle through this one, then you'll also be sitting there wondering what the hell is going on. The opening 5 minutes of the film sum up the entire duration, and you won't have a funnier 5 minutes in your life, I can promise you that much. All the bad guys start to drop from the sky like pennies from heaven. Pennies from heaven? What? Who came up with that phrase? Pennies don't just randomly drop from the sky, so since when the fuck can ninjas do this? Only Richard Harrison could do this, but whatever. Raiden and the evil Emperor Shao Kahn have the first embarrassing battle of the film involving lightning bolts and green energy bolts, lots of jumping around, then a ninja throwing a rope to his master.
Master!
Yes, by him saying master, we now know that Shao Kahn is obviously the bad guy leader, as we would never have figured it out for ourselves. Shao Kahn using this devilishly sophisticated weapon to trap Sonya Blade, Johnny Cage then making good usage of the blue screen on offer, but he gets his ass kicked and dies.
In 6 days, you will all bow to me!
Shao Kahn and his useless bunch of generals who stand around doing nothing pretty much throughout the entire film disappear, and Johnny Cage is lifted into the air by some weird tree-like statue-like. What the fuck is that and what is it doing? So our heroes run away and we can all take a breather now, as I'm sure the characters need time to build up on the plot and explain to us what the hell is actually going on.
How could the elder gods allow this?
I do not know.
Pretty enlightening, yeah? Well, let's just see what somebody else has to say.
Together, we couldn't even save Johnny.
Well, that's probably because you were laid on the floor, you silly sausage. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere about a blonde.
You're alive. Too bad you will die.
She's obviously been attending the William Shatner School of Acting.
Mankind will rest in peace!
Oh, and so was Shao Kahn. You might be interested to know that the guy who plays Shao Kahn, Brian Thompson, was also the evil villain out of Cobra, who went around hurting Stallone's feelings by calling him pig every 10 seconds.
I want your eyes, pig!
So, a battle plan is formed when Raiden takes his crew to some giant mouse running balls. I know he said they need to get stronger and train, but this is ridiculous. Well, these balls supposedly take them to other places in Outworld. They have to hold on to some bars on the roof of the ball and somehow move their bodies around in order to make the ball move. It's so bad, it's actually really good.
Whoa.
It wasn't that impressive, Sonya. Jesus. If Sonya was impressed by the torch being whisked away, then she'll simply love how the balls move. Whoa, amazing stuff.
This is amazing.
I love it when Kitana says to Liu Kang,
Hold on to me!
but how does she expect him to do that when he needs to hold on to the bars? Oh, hang on a minute, Kitana, I'll hold you with my chin. How's that? Meanwhile, Shao Kahn is sitting on his throne, wondering if he'll ever work again in Hollywood before his father appears.
Father, the merger has begun. Earth is under attack.
Showing off your talents like that probably isn't such a good idea, Brian. It's best to keep your mouth shut in the future. So when his father asks him,
Did you make Raiden beg for his life before destroying him?
he naturally doesn't say a word and just simply puts on a theatrical gymnastics show for us. I think I know what he was holding himself back from saying though. Pig, 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 pig.
Pig.
Yeah, pig! Pig. Sonya somehow conveniently finds Jax. I mean, there's no explanation as to who he is or anything like that. A yellow robot appears. Now I think he's called Cyrex or some shit like that. He turns up and they have a fight. Liu Kang and Kitana also stumble across a robot. This one is grey and he's called Smoke. Because he's made of smoke, I guess. He kicks ass, but Sub-Zero flies in to save the day. Yeah, I know that Sub-Zero died in the first film, but this is a younger brother who also has the same name. Jesus Christ, it must have been so difficult being the parents not knowing which son is which, as they both have the same name and both run around in blue ninja outfits. Scorpion suddenly appears, who also died in the first movie. They have what is probably the best fight of the movie. Sub-Zero vanishes without explanation, Scorpion grabs Kitana and teleports to another place, but not before taunting them like a child. And that's the last we see of Scorpion. This scene always made me laugh. Shao Kahn kills one of his own generals because apparently he didn't make some off-screen characters beg for their lives. Look at the brute force that he puts into smacking that hammer into the stone table. Any more effort and he might just have actually made contact. He makes contact with this ninja though. There are so many characters in this movie. It's great to see them all on show if you're a fan of the games, but very few of them have names even mentioned. They just show up for brief cameos and then are killed. Stupid film. Liu Kang goes for a trek to find Nightwolf. Clumsy bastard. After wrestling with the cameraman, Liu is told he needs to go into a dream world or some other bollocks. As there is no time for a long way to get to this state because the movie viewers are obviously falling asleep, Nightwolf does things the quick way and throws his axe at Liu's head. Okay, what if that killed him or gave him brain hemorrhages? Stupid film. Liu's visited by some half-naked woman, she turns into a green ninja, kicks his ass and they become friends. Sonya is attacked by a pink ninja, who also remains nameless, although in the second Mortal Kombat game she was called Melina. Suddenly the best CGI monster in the world tries to kill Sonya, but Jax suddenly comes up and saves the day by punching the monster in the arse. After doing this for what seems like a lifetime, the monster clumsily sinks into the ground. It may very well be the most exciting and amazing thing you ever see in your life. The same monster, I think, appears later on, this time looking even more realistic and scary than before, when Shao Kahn feeds the green ninja Jade to it. I beg your pardon. Liu Kang tries to rescue Kitana from a cage, but gets into a lame-o fight with Baraka. Liu Kang wins if you were wondering. Raiden goes to talk to some elder gods in Bin Laden's secret cave, but they aren't very helpful, but he does come away from the cave with some new clothes and a new haircut. Why does this happen? It's so retarded. Stupid film. So they travel to somewhere else. Raiden goes through some trial moves with 3 reptile characters for his audition on the Strictly Come Dancing TV show. Then he bores us to death with probably the first character development moment in the entire film about him and Shao Kahn being brothers. Who honestly cares? Raiden is shot with a green energy blast once again and seemingly dies. That's what you get for wearing such silly village people-esque clothes. Raiden gets killed so many times, it's like some inside joke or something. So, our heroes are matched up against the remaining bad guys. Well, there was an entire army of ninjas and guys on horses, but they're obviously not important enough to merit extra screen time. But the main fight we want to witness is Liu Kang and Shao Kahn. Unfortunately, it's completely boring, until Liu Kang turns into some outrageous dragon monkey bird type thing. Sadly, it doesn't last long though. I guess the filmmakers just used up their entire budget on that superb CGI sequence. Liu kicks Shao Kahn's ass, he turns into some dragon and disappears, his father starts folding into boxes which leaves you scratching your head, Raiden is brought back to life, Sindel turns from evil to good, and thank God that is the end. 2 out of 10.
Sucker!